Hey, howdy, hey everybody, Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over lots of items that were in the Alice realm that I would love to see in our normal Dreamlight Valley, just so we can decorate with them. Items that we seen in the trailer we thought we were getting, but for some reason we did not. And some of these items would have been perfect for bonus star path items. If you guys enjoy my content, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's just jump right into it. So up first, we got to talk about this item right here. Now, we did end up getting like the smaller version of these lily pads, but they didn't have the frogs for whatever reason, which I thought was very strange. And if we could have these in our valley, that would be so cool. So imagine being able to decorate, you know, the ocean, the ponds, the rivers, and you have these little judgmental frogs right here staring at you with these eyes every time you walk by. I would freaking love that. They look so good. I love the color of it too. And honestly, now that I'm looking at it, I kind of need the ability to change the colors of my ponds as well. I'm loving the purple water that's back here. Now we also have the smaller like foliage items right here, which I could probably do without. We do have the large version that was tied to the star path of these, but they do have the miniature ones here. Maybe those could have been bonus star path items, but again, they're all right. I definitely could do without them, but I really need these glowing mushrooms over here. I mean, we have the green and the orange, and obviously I'd want them glowing, but if we got those 4 different color of mushrooms to bring back to the valley, it would have been great, and it definitely would have made this update a lot more magical if you had these in here to decorate with as well. I also need this little springy mushroom. Imagine you can use it as a teleporter and you can link it to other biomes. That would have been a cool new feature. That way, if you're running around, you wouldn't have to go to your well or, you know, into your menus. You could just walk up here, click on it, teleport to another biome. This pencil bird, why did we not get him as a companion? It could have been something for completing the main story. It could have been something in the star path. And I mean, look how cute he is. They already got him. They already coded him. They should have given it to him. And he would have been such an interesting companion to have in the valley. And what about these trees that are in the biome? They are just a reskin of the Ever After trees, the Mythopia trees, the ones from Storybook Vale, but they're a completely different color of blue. We also had the yellow ones from Mythopia. And then look at these like purple trees here. I would love to decorate with those, or these larger ones here as well. And then we have the singing flower. So we ended up getting this one right here from the star path, but how come the blue version and this like a violet purple color, how come they were not recolors to have in the bonus star path? I actually felt like the bonus star path was a little bit shorter and a lot of those items were like very costly. They so easily could have added this one and this one into the bonus one and had us grind for it. If anything, it would have made the star path more enjoyable because you would have had more frequent rewards given, and they could have made it like the same amount of grind. So for example, this was the bonus rewards that we got. We got this item here, the wheelbarrow. I couldn't really tell a difference between this one and the other one, other than this one being a slightly darker color. This berry lantern was pretty cool, but we really just had 2 pages. And then the third one was the house. We could have went up to like 5 pages and then included maybe, you know, since at the end of this star path that we got the house, another one of these could have been the pencil bird, and it would have been something to definitely grind for. But having those in the bonus star path would have made it more enjoyable. And then look at this big old singing flower right here. Imagine having her as like a bonus tier reward, or just expanding the star path. I mean, they've already created it. They've already programmed them, and they act the exact same as the other ones. I don't know, that was a huge miss, Game Law. Now, as we go into the next zone, another thing I would love to have is these tiny little mushrooms that you would also be able to use kind of like a path to decorate with. We have like very small versions of the large blue ones and the large like these ones right here. And they would be so cool to be able to have in your valley, especially if you could just walk over them. I mean, we have like the fairy circle item, but it's pretty large and you can't really walk through it. Like you can't walk on top of it, but having just these little mushrooms would literally change my valley forever. And don't even get me started on the portal tree. I'm very thankful and grateful that they added this tree in the Scrooge's shop, but it's not animated like this. Like we don't need a portal to lead anywhere. but it would have been so cool to at least have it animated in your valley. Now, this item right here, I wanted so badly when I first saw the trailer for this, and I saw this little fence with like the hearts, and we did not get it for whatever reason. Imagine being able to like just add some bushes, some flowers and stuff, and then rope them off with this little heart item, like this little tiny fence. I've been wanting like smaller fences in the game. We have like the, you know, the normal size fence, but I wanted stuff that's a little lower. We did end up getting the Mulan one, and that one's pretty cool, but I would love some other variations of like that height of a fence item. But I think it's a really cute item. It's definitely a must-have. Now, they did give us the giant tower. Now, that's something I would think that they wouldn't give us, and they dropped that in our game, which was kind of wild. I was so happy we ended up getting, you know, like a version of this very big tower, because I thought it was cool. But then stuff like this little archway they could have dropped in there also. You know, it's almost like it's like a heart-shaped thing, and it would have been something more to add to. You know, we do have these standard hedges, but obviously we also have the ones you can buy from the premium shop. So you can mix and match the items, but if you could have it like blend seamlessly with some of that stuff, it would have been really awesome as well. And speaking of these little fences, does anyone find it weird that we still cannot like wrap around fences like they can over here in the realm, or curve them or anything like that? I think this would have been like the perfect update for them to implement that. Maybe we'll see that feature in the next update, or, you know, sometime this year. We also have the spade like little fence item here. This would have been really cool as well to have the hearts and the spade items. Now, here's the item I would have wanted the most in this update is the card guards, whether they were just these ones that stood here, or if they were animated, or if they were like these ones over here that twist and turn. But you obviously you could take out the spotlight on them, but if they were just animated, it would have made the valley feel a little more alive. And then if you had these where you walk through and they did this little effect, that would have been really cool as well. Not to mention this little table right here would have been really nice to have in the valley. Now let's take a look at Alice's house. There's actually some items in here that we never got. So for example, these signs that you hang on the wall, these would have been really cool to add to the game, and I think it would have been nice to decorate indoor. I mean, we have the whole Mad Hatter setup, but that's like the one piece that really could have tied it together. I'm also sad when they have stuff like this, like the dice. We ended up getting the dice added into the game, but we can't double stack them like you can here. And we also could have got like the white dice, which would have been really nice. And then the cards over here, this could have been kind of like a, you know, like the carpet, the rugs and stuff that we have in the game. They could have already had it just like this, like just a bundle that you can decorate. So I really wish we could have gotten that. I mean, they went in here and changed the color of this tree and also made it smaller for some reason. I feel like they definitely could have dropped this item in Scrooge's shop. They gave us a card item that you can use as a carpet, but it's just a single like 3 of hearts piece, and then that is it. So most of these items that you're seeing here, like this item right here in front of me, these were items that they ended up giving us in the Cheshire Cat like chaos event quest, which we all know was a pretty stressful event. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, the rewards were pretty lackluster. They were not that great. So what they could have done is added in some of these even better items. They could have added in also the signs here. They could have added this in here. And then maybe the one big major like wow reward like the event should have could have been maybe the pencil bird companion. Could you imagine? It would have made it digging up those pink cracks a lot more worth it if we got a, you know, at the end of the rainbow, at the end of the road was the pencil bird companion, or maybe some of these other items. I mean, I would have been so hyped for it, and it would have been probably one of the better events for sure. The whole St. Patrick's event gave us that amazing wow item, which was the rainbow cauldron. That's what made it that stress and grind worth it. So they did miss out on some of these items, and yeah, we did end up getting most of these items into the game, whether it was from Scrooge's shop. Like this couch here was premium shop, so was this rug. This was tied behind a paywall. And so they pretty much split up the decor that was inside Alice's house and pieced it out differently. So they could have done that, I feel like. And then I'm not sure if we have this Cheshire Cat wallpaper or not. I might have bought it and didn't pay attention, but if not, we definitely need that. We probably have it. And last but not least, I would have loved to have a version of that house. It could have been in the premium shop, you know, the giant castle back there. They could have made it smaller, of course, and give us like a smaller version of it in premium shop or some other way. but I think that castle back there looks too freaking cool, and it looks so different than anything that we've gotten before. But that's it for me. That's my wants. Now, like I said, they could have added some of the stuff in the Star Path. They could add in Scrooge's shop. But what I would really like them to do is add seasonal challenges or like milestones kind of beyond the Star Path. So you have your Star Path, and then maybe they could have added stuff here that, I guess I shouldn't say seasonal, but new challenges and things we get over in like these Dreamlight categories that are not tied to like time gated. It's something you would just have to do over time to be able to unlock some of these items. It would give you more things and more reasons to play. Most games do end up giving you more challenges and stuff. Maybe one of them could be something like hang out with Alice for like 3 hours or 10 hours or something like that, you know? Maybe it'll be like cook a certain amount of dishes for Alice. That way it's actually time gated in a way where, you know, you would have to, every time she's in there, you would have to feed her. Just something you would get over time. And then, hey, you might unlock the heart fence or the spade fence or something like that. So little things like that I think would make the game more enjoyable and definitely something to grind for. But that is it for me. Let me know what you're most excited for. And hopefully we get some of these items in a future update. I mean, this stuff is never off of the table with Gameloft. They always surprise us and add stuff in future updates and pull stuff from the realms. But I definitely would love to see these items in the game. Yeah, let me know down below. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.